Yo guys, today we have 3 mobbing builds for Ultimate Freyna using 3 different Transcendent modules. For solo and group play we have Contagion and Venom Synthesis, and for strictly group play we have Toxic Stimulation, which synergizes great with Passionate Sponsor. First, let's get into my favorite build, Contagion. Let's go over what the mod actually does and each skill. When an enemy inflicted with Room 0 trauma is killed, a contagion of Room 0 trauma surrounds it. This effect is added to all 4 of Freyna's skills, and it makes her toxic ability spread like wildfire. Let's look at defensive mechanism and its synergy with multi-talented. Not only is this a great survivability skill, but it also inflicts Room 0 trauma on enemies that hit you, and it spreads on their death. This is a dimension skill, so when paired with multi-talented, we will receive 20.5% cooldown reduction for 5 seconds, and this can be spammed at your leisure. This then brings the cooldown on our main damage ability, Venom Trauma, from a 2.1 second cooldown to a 1.1 second cooldown. Putrid Venom from a 3.7 second cooldown to a 2.2 second cooldown. And Venom Baptism from a 20.6 second cooldown to an 11 second cooldown. And being that these are all tech skills, this will proc the tech bonus on multi-talented of the skill effect range plus 15%. And power modifier plus 15% for 5 seconds. Now to achieve these cooldowns, we are also using MP conversion, nimble fingers, focus on toxic, and focus on tech. If you don't want such a spam based build, focus on toxic and focus on tech can be replaced with higher damage mods, but I prefer the ability to spam style of gameplay. With all that spam, MP collector is a must in my opinion to keep your mana up, and mana is never an issue when you combo this mod with this build. Our 2 staple mods for any Freyna build are going to be Skill Expansion and Maximize Range. These are a must. And lastly, 2 HP mods for survivability, putting us at 12k HP. This is mainly because we are utilizing the Slayer set, which gives very little HP, so I like to make up for it here. Now for the second build, it runs all of the same mods besides the Transcendent mod. We will be switching Contagion to Venom Synthesis. This converts Putrid Venom to Venom Synthesis, which leaves behind a toxic footprint after every step, also inflicting Room 0 trauma. This build is very casual in my opinion. You can basically keep this on and just run through everything and it'll die. It's not quite as fast as Contagion, but you do get to have the effects on the skills that Contagion takes away, such as Panic on Venom Trauma, Despair on Defense Mechanism, Decay on Venom Synthesis, and Nightmare on Venom Baptism. And now for our group buff build, we're using Toxic Stimulation. This converts Defense Mechanism to Plague Body Armor for allies. So this is giving the benefits we would be getting from Defense Mechanism to us and our group, along with pocking Room 0 trauma and Despair on enemies that attack you and allies. This on use procs Passionate Sponsor. When buffing an ally, firearm attack and skill power modifier plus 7.5% per stack up to 10 stacks, and with a 3.7 second cooldown, it's very easy to achieve and keep max stacks. As with the change of the last Transcendent mod, all our other mods are the same. We have simply swapped multi-talented to Passionate Sponsor. With this setup, switching between builds is low investment and very easy. Now for our reactor. I'm lucky enough to have a Secret Garden mounting, Toxic Tech with gold cooldown. Dimension is useless. A lot of substats can work here. Skill cost, skill range, skill duration, toxic or attack damage. Secret Garden is not a must for any of these builds to work, but it is the best because of the unique ability, buffing skill power on tech skill use. If you don't have this, just use whatever you have for your weapon matching your reactor. For the components, I am running the Slayer set, Auxiliary Power, HP and MP Recovery out of combat, Sensor, Max MP, MP Recovery in combat, Memory, MP Recovery Modifier in defense, Processor, Max Shield with Toxin Resist or Shield Recovery Modifier. Another option for a set is Disordered Resolve set from Deathstalker, same substats as I suggest on the Slayer set. Now for our Secret Garden, let's take a quick look at the unique ability, which you want all 4 upgrades on. We are getting max skill power and negating the skill cost penalty that is at lower levels. We are looking at pest control, which is proccing off our tech skills, 50% trigger rate, 10 second duration, max 3 stacks, and at a max stacks, it is a 53% skill power increase. For substats, the only important one for these builds is rounds per magazine to give Venom Baptism more shots. Other than that, I'm in the process of building this gun. I can also use it outside of Venom Baptism. The only important mods for Venom Baptism are Sharp Precision Shot, Fire Rate Up, Expand Weapon Charge, and Concentrate Support Ammo. And you can put these 4 mods on whatever gun you're going to use that matches your reactor. For our Inversion Reinforcement, we are using Selective Neurostimulation, Neurofocus Augmentation, and for your third one, you can do any of these incoming damage modifier, -15%, depending on what 400% dungeon you'll be running. And that about does it for Ultimate Freyna mobbing setups. She really is a blast to play, well done character, and I hope to get more like her. I hope this video helped with your builds. Any questions or suggestions, let me know in the comments. We are also about to hit 1K subs, so any support is appreciated, and I appreciate anybody who has already subbed to me. Thanks guys, peace.